I've been doing the best that I can to move towards some more positive content. We cover a lot of heavy subjects on the channel, whether that's going to be military history, whether that's going to be some spooky shenanigans and things that are happening around the world, to anything in between. We cover a lot of really heavy stuff, so I try to make sure to keep them pretty condensed, consolidated, right? If I have to talk about something that is not upbeat, happy, positive, progressive, right? There's going to be a reason for it. And what summarizes the past couple days for me is quite literally the Pirate Software clip of this feels like I've been on Twitter for 12 hours and just got hit with the stupid orb, right? What yet again, we have a situation where think of the children is actively leading to just awful ramifications for the rest of us. So I haven't verified any of this. I'm assuming because it is a .gov, I'm assuming this is going to be credible. Cheapy Reviews has obviously, reposted this. This is another one in tandem to what Charlie Moist Critical covered yesterday. There is another United States bill in Congress called the Screen Act, not to be mistaken for the Kids Online Safety Act. If passed, it will require full age verification in the name of, quote-unquote, protecting kids to access online. So here's the thing. If you actually engage with your kids, if you actually, read to your kids, if you actually, engage with them, you're not my problem. I'm going to start charging parents. I'm going to start, if you let your kid watch me and you're letting them be an iPad kid and they find me, I'm going to start charging you, okay? I'm not their parent. That is your job. Why are all of us having to parent your kid? And I think that's really my primary frustration is it's kind of like the video game debate where you hear time and time again, well, video games cause violence. This makes a more violent person. It's going to have an impact on your temperament. It will make you more violent. Bro, the only thing that makes me violent in gaming is when my internet cuts out or there's really bad lag, like rubber band status, okay? That's what makes gamers angry. Like, I'm so sick of this happen, and this goes beyond it, right? Because there's going to be other things that go into this, and we'll cover a bit of them. I'm trying to condense this as much as I can into like a 10-minute segment. It is the tried and true approach that if you are trying to do something, if you're trying to pass something, if you're trying to rally a group to a cause, think of the children, because you wouldn't want to be against the children, right? We all know the game, okay? Stop throwing glitter, spice, everything nice on a turd, okay? We know it's a turd. The justification here is asinine. It's 2025. Where are the parents parenting their kids? Okay? Enough said. Now, obviously, this goes into more security concerns as well. We'll get to censorship at the end. Security concerns that really take this into consideration is who is storing this information. Sure, if you have to prove that you're an adult with your ID, with which is the other one, right? The Kids Online Safety Act, right? The Screen Act. If you have to require some sort of official age verification, who's storing that information? Notice why we have all these Delete Me, Aura, whatever other companies that, are taking your data down because companies get hacked every single day. Does that not read like a security concern? I feel like I'm coming at this from a pretty common sense, middle of the road perspective of stop and shitifying my services, trying to cater towards kids and whatever weird values you have. Like the whole credit card thing with going Visa and Mastercard right now. I'm laughing because Polygon did an article, something about how they're overwhelmed right now from the negative feedback from gamers. The whole Steam, itch.io thing, right? Good. Look, it's my money. Your job as banks, financial institutions, credit unions is to hold my money. Now, these are separate from Visa, Mastercard, because these are the people who issue the card, right? Whatever bank you have, Chase Bank, Washington Mutual, Washington Federal, insert credit union bank here and financial institution, right? They're going to have a carrier, whether that's Amex, Mastercard, Discover, Visa, right? Those are the card carriers. That is a larger entity that many financial institutions use, and they're consolidated through those. Your job is to allow me to use the money I've earned for whatever I damn well please, okay? Now, I get it. If I'm caught doing some financial fraud, if I'm caught trying to money launder, right? Say, end up taking out a HELOC in someone else's name, committing fraud in that, and I'm trying to buy a bunch of, Google or Apple gift cards and I'm sending them internationally. Sure, okay. Let's talk about it. If I'm trying to, go to the dark web and purchase some stuff that's clearly labeled as illegal material, sure, let's have a conversation, right? And that'll be in the terms of service, in user license agreement. Financial institutions always have things like that as backdoor clauses, right? We may terminate your membership. We may terminate your ability to be with us for any damn reason if these criteria are met, right? Generally, if you're doing like wire fraud, something like that, you deposit a fake check via mobile deposit. That has been grounds I've seen for a financial institution to say, cool, you're done. You no longer bank with us. You will pay us what you owe us, but you will no longer bank with us. You are effectively blacklisted, right? So there's already an overreach in that department, and I feel it feeds into this as well. That is my own damn money. Go away. And then there's the whole, well, if you purchase firearms or ammunition, we need to report this to certain agencies. That is none of your business. It is none of your business if I drop $2,000 at Bad Dragon and buy a plane ticket to Cancun. You have zero reason to tell me what I can and can't do with my money. You are providing a service. I am the one with the money and subsequently dead as well. So, wanted to address that before we go forward into this. In regards to internet, right, security is going to be a big concern here. And then we have the censorship aspect as well. Well, unless you are John Citizen and you want to give us, your personal identifying information, we feel like you don't have a say here. I see a lot of people who claim, freedom of speech and expression being really quiet right now. If you spoke up about it, if you're angry about this, my issue's not with you. Nobody has an issue with you, right? Because it's the internet thing where people talk past each other. People end up, being in a situation where it's like they think that they're part of. No, right? This is bad. Like this is so ass. It's not even funny. And the fact that there's a second one. I'm trying to, and this has been my off time, I've been trying to figure out what the end game is here in a few ways, right? If we're going to limit online, right, people will just not use the internet. So do you know what that affects? That affects jobs. When is the last time you've went to a large company, large corporation, and said, hi, I'm going to go fill out this paper application and submit it to you? No, you have to go through their web portal. You need to wait for HR to get back to you. You need to make sure. The internet is more of a basic human right in the modern U.S. than people think, on understanding that everyone uses the internet, whether you're in some small town using dial-up to do your banking, whether you are in Las Vegas and some high rise or some penthouse and you're using internet to access, financials, right? And emphasis on financial, right? Coming off the Visa Mastercard thing, right? Like, the internet is required for things. Am I saying you should give me internet for free? Look, it's the same thing about I'm willing to work for my money, right? Give me a fair price. Give me a fair price for what I want. I will pay a premium for fiber, but Idaho doesn't have that, right? Other states do. Idaho does not. And it's one of those things that you will actively just drive people away from the internet, which is going to harm jobs. This is going to harm people's health care, right? When's the last time the doctor didn't tell you, right, to go check out their web portal? This is our web portal for care, right? The internet is kind of a thing that is required. Like, I bring up once again, I got in an argument with my financial institution because I did not want to agree to their terms of service to use their website and mobile app. I was given no choice because of certain federal regulations, federal mandates. Thus, KIP, there's nothing you can really do. If you want to use access your internet, your financials via the internet, this is what you're going to need to do. If that is the understanding, why are we going to limit internet access? This seems pretty dumb to me, Captain. This seems pretty brain dead. You're going to see Disney Plus, Netflix, Hulu, streaming services. You're going to see it crater. You're going to see YouTube crater even further, right? So I'm sitting here trying to think of, okay, business make money. Modern business in the U.S. make money, profit over profit, quarter over quarter, line go up. How does this make line go up? There's something here that is not making sense to me. This feels dumb. This feels stupid, right? And there's going to be people who are going to defend this, right? Think of the children, right? You know, you should, and thus we enter the other side of the argument where people are going to say you should have nothing to hide. It ain't about that, Captain. It's really not. Look, people look up spicy stuff all the time. People look up things that put them on lists all the time. It happens. That's why we joke that people are on multiple lists, right? At the end of the day, it's nobody's damn business. Now, if I'm trying to say, I don't know, hire someone to, quote unquote, take care of someone, yeah, that's concerning. We have conventions for this. The fact that we've had 2 of these under the guise of think of the children can go F off. Get bent. I apologize if I'm coming across as crude at this point. I've been hearing this for the past 10 to 15 years. Think of the children. And all of my services, right? YouTube, streaming, gaming. When's the last time you had a really good Xbox Live session, right? That went the way of the dodo long ago, right? It has all been shitified because think of the children. If people want to think of the children, let children be children. Let children go outside. Let parents and family, right, and people who should be interacting with children, teachers, counselors, etc., interact with children. Do not feed me slop. Do not pull the wool over our eyes of this is for the children. This is for the greater good. You, dear chat member, should be thankful to be given the opportunity to still use the internet. We just want to make sure everything's above board, okay? This is such a crock of shit, and I really cannot rip on this hard enough. Come to your own educated conclusion about it. If you're for it, sure, be able to rationalize why. I think me and the vast majority of other people look at this, we shake our head and go, you know what? You guys are so dumb, you don't even know your shoe from your ass. Like, come to your own conclusion. This is kind of the statement that I'm going to give on it. I think it's stupid. I think everything Moist Critical said about in his video regarding the Kids Online Safety Act, I pretty much agree with. But people did ask, and I did want to make sure to give some sort of response. So yeah, thanks for coming to my Kip talk. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe out there.